Okay, and the last way that you can customize your ePortfolio, again, you only have to do 3 of these 5, but is going to go again to Customize under Appearance. And you're going to be creating a widget. So this one is a little more complicated than some of the other ones, but it can add a lot to your site if you want to try it out. It also gives you the opportunity to play around a little bit with HTML, which is a great skill to learn. So you're going to click on Widgets and click on Sidebar. That's the only thing you can click on. And I had created this one before, I believe. Yep. So I'm going to remove that. This is what it'll probably look like. So you'll have recent posts and categories, meta, things like that. I don't really care about using meta. There's several different widgets you can stick on here if you want to, but the one that we're going to go to is down at the very bottom, and it's going to say text, arbitrary text, or HTML. So we're going to click on that. It's going to automatically add it, and we're going to drag it up to the very top because you're going to want this to be your top item. So right now it's empty. I'm going to write about Esther. So even though there's an about me right here, once I start posting other things on it, that's going to go away, and I want people to know a little bit about who they're reading about and why they might be interested in reading my ePortfolio. So I put together the text a little bit already, and like I did before with the post, and I'll explain what the HTML is in a second. So this is the coding that I'm going to be using. And I'm going to post it right in there, and you'll see right away it's going to populate with a picture of me and a bit of information about me. So the most complicated part is the picture right there, and you will be using an HTML code for adding a photo. So I am no expert in HTML, but the internet is, and so usually when I'm adding something in HTML, all you have to do is just literally Google HTML code for an image, something like that. So it'll come up with something that looks a little bit like this, and they'll have some content in there. So this right here is a link to a photo that already exists online, and that's this photo right here. It's a Facebook profile picture that I had from several years ago. And so I just copied the link from that photo and pasted it in right here. So without that, the code just looks like this. And it controls the height, the width, and the alternate text right there. So what you want to do is find a photo out there yourself. Here's my LinkedIn, so I can just use this photo again. It's a photo that I use in a lot of things. So copy the image address and stick it inside those quotes right there. There we go. That's actually a better version because it's kind of a smaller size. So you can change the height and the width here. I think the height is the main thing that changes when you are using WordPress like this. So say I wanted to make it a little bit smaller. That didn't work. Maybe it's the width that you change. There it is. So you can make that sort of however you want it to look. I'm going to go back to that size 200, maybe to 40 or something to see if it'll... Just back to 200. Now, I put a little information about myself. So I got my bachelor's from Hope College, my master's from Ohio State, and then a bit about me. And this code right here just means break. So if I didn't have that there, then you can see on the right side when I remove that, it just kind of pops up right next to it. So that creates a line break. So I'm going to stick that back in there so the lines will all go back out. So that's a little tutorial on code and on what you can include on the side here. This, again, is a phenomenal thing to include as people are not going to know as much about you as you go along because the About Me isn't going to be right there at the top. Yep, so that's using that one. You're going to save and publish. I'm going to go over to my ePortfolio and make sure that worked. And there I am. All right, that's it for that one.